teens, myself, my brother, and friends of ours, I've noticed some things, and I would like to speak with you today about self-esteem. What is self-esteem? It's how we view our own selves. It's how we take into consideration all the different things that people say and begin to shape and mold who we are. And I feel that as teens, we go through that a lot more than maybe little kids or adults, because we always are kind of unsure of who we are and unsure of who we really are supposed to be. And I appreciate my mom for always telling my brother and myself this, that you are special, you are important, and you are the leader. Don't let anybody tell you who you aren't, but just live in who you know you are. And I want to share that with you to encourage you. I learned these 6 things from Nathaniel Brandon's video on YouTube, How to Build Self-Esteem. And he shares 6 things. I'm going to just share them really quickly and then kind of give you a quick breakdown on how you can apply these in your life. Number 1 is the practice of living consciously. 2, the practice of self-acceptance. Number 3, the practice of self-responsibility. Number 4, the practice of self-assertiveness. Number 5, the practice of living purposefully. And number 6, the practice of personal integrity. So basically, with all 6 of those things wrapped together, that's living your life by design and not by default. I actually learned that statement from Danny Johnson, which is one of my coaches and mentors. And that statement basically means when everybody else is going out there, going with the crowd, and living their life by default. Basically, they're just going about their day in any old way, and I wake up, I live YOLO, you only live once, they live it up for a day, and then at the end of their life, when they're getting older, maybe 30, 40, 50 and on, then they start like, oh my gosh, I really didn't live the life that I really wanted to live, and then they have a life of regrets. But if you take the steps right now today and make the decision to live a life purposefully designed and geared to your dreams and your aspirations and your visions and goals, then you will actually be able to live a more dynamic life. So if you live consciously, basically living in the moment, but not just living in the moment to do free and wild and do whatever you feel like doing, but living in the moment and loving the moment and loving the experiences of every single day, waking up happy and loving the day ahead of you, and waking up and loving yourself. And I want you to think about this. This is February and we're going into getting close to Valentine's. And you might be saying, but I don't have a significant other, or I don't have a boyfriend, or I don't have a girlfriend, or I don't have someone who's loving and nurturing me. How can I feel this love? Self-esteem is also about loving yourself. It's also about self-acceptance and self-assertiveness, being bold and confident in who you are and not letting anybody or anything or any situation sway you or make you sad or depressed or having a low self-esteem or suicidal or anything like that. It's loving yourself for who you are. So you have to take your flaws and you have to take your good things and you have to love yourself for that. And if you love yourself through the bad and love yourself through the good, eventually more good will begin to come out of your life and you'll live a better, more dynamic, and more happy and jovial life every single day. And so I just want to encourage you with that. And if you begin right now today to start living a purposeful and a purpose-driven life, then years from now, you will be heading upwards on that success curve where most of your friends, sad to say, but it is true, but where most of our friends and maybe even family members may not be in the same happy situation that we will be when we grow up. So teens, young adults, and even parents, I encourage you with this. Live your life on purpose, live your life by design and not by default. Don't let the people and movies and TV and music videos or whatever sway you. Just live your life on purpose right now today and you will have a more dynamic life. This has been Alyssa Russell with A Moment with Teens of Honor. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and just share this video with anyone that you know that is trying to work towards bettering themselves or just needs to be encouraged about uplifting themselves and loving themselves and having a better self-esteem. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to being with you next week. Now, go make something happen.
You need something real. Yeah. Baby, that ain't never gonna last. That's just fool's gold. Yeah. That ain't treasure. treasure that's trash. And I know it look nice, I know it look nice, but that's a rip-off. For that price, that ain't treasure, that's trash. Cause it ain't never gonna last.
Yeah, you spend your time trying to get your claws on. That stuff when we get to heaven, we gon' walk on. The problem, baby, our heart is never satisfied. Clothes the righteousness